As most of Israel focuses on the COVID crisis, for Palestinian Israelis, a different issue dominates daily life: gun violence. This footage was captured in January in the northern town of AL-FAHM, in the moments after its latest killing. 21-year-old MAHAMID GHBARRIEH was shot dead on his doorstep. He just returned from a protest against violent crime. He was the fourth member of his extended family to be killed in just 18 months. The family say they don't know why they've been targeted. Mohammed's cousin, an anti-crime activist, says it's up to the police to provide the answers.
There is CCTV, there is DNA. I don't need to teach them their job. Even if they can't find all the evidence, 50% will be there. Search and ask and investigate. This is your job, not mine.
It's a long-running accusation by Palestinian Israelis that negligent law enforcement allows crime gangs freedom to operate in their towns and villages. 2020 was the deadliest year for many, with 96 violent deaths in Arab communities. There is general agreement about one thing: an epidemic of violent crime is sweeping Palestinian-Israeli society. Not for the first time, the authorities are promising more engagement and more enforcement. The Israeli Prime Minister, who unusually has been campaigning for Palestinian-Israeli votes in next month's election, has pledged an overhaul of policing and investigation, promising to target the violence in the same way as terrorism. Al-Fahm's mayor says previous such promises have failed to make a difference.
Unfortunately, the Israeli police treat us as enemies, not citizens of the state. Just last Friday, there was a peaceful protest by the youth in front of the police station, and the police attacked with extraordinary equipment and force and undercover officers. It's unacceptable.
An investigation by the Haaretz newspaper in November found that only a fifth of murders in Palestinian-Israeli communities resulted in charges, compared to more than half in Jewish areas.
We face obstacles in the Arab society. Most importantly, we need to make clear that cleaning the crime scene, hiding the weapon, organizing testimonies, not cooperating, not informing the police, all of these form an obvious barrier to solving murders.
Meanwhile, the violence continues. Thousands took to the streets in the town of Tamra to mourn the death of another young man. Ahmed Hijazi was a 23-year-old nursing student, a bystander killed in crossfire as Israeli police engaged in a gun battle with a gang who was shooting into a nearby house. Another young life ended and another neighborhood turned into a crime scene. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Al-Fahm, Northern Israel.